Octavia probably will always and forever will be my favorite character in Warframe and most likely just video games in general. I not like absolutely, but she's one of my favorite characters I've ever seen. She's incredibly unique and I absolutely love her design. Just it's a very unique thing that not a lot of games like Warframe have, and it's just very unique. And I absolutely love it. Uh, I love everything about her except for the fact that she's incredibly boring to play. You just kind of put down your mallet and pop your metronome and amp and you sit in a corner and do nothing. It's really boring, and that's why the people don't play her more, even though she's the strongest Warframe in the game, and I will stand by that fact. She is insane, and it makes her boring. She's not fun to play, and so nobody plays her. But what if you got rid of her most important ability? The thing that makes her so good, and you replaced it with the raw damage. Everything about this build is raw damage. It is solely damage. And I think that it actually, if I did my maths right, makes her deal like more of a damage buff than Mirage or like somebody like who else? I don't know. Rhino, I guess. Somebody who knows. Um which Mirage is like the damage buffing Warframe, and I'm pretty sure this outpaces her, which is insane. And it it's a lot of fun to play as well, and I I just wanted to make a fun Octavia build, and this is what I did. So it's just a little bit of duration, a little bit of range, just to keep it above 100, and then a little bit of strength, or not a little bit, sorry, a lot of strength. It's quite a bit of strength, and you just dump almost everything into strength. It's not like the most amount of strength you can get in the game, but this is about the good amount that I've found. And it's insane. I really like this build, and I have a lot of fun with it. Basically, what you do is it's pretty straightforward. You just get your guns ready, and then you pop your abilities. And so you don't get shot, you go invisible. The new Warframe changes make it so you don't look invisible anymore, so that's why I don't look invisible. And then, if you just shoot in the rhythm of the song, which you basically just have to shoot if you have a really fast song, it just destroys everything, kind of. It's really overpowered. You can get just a not very good gun. Let me see if I have like an okay gun really quick. Just like a mediocre gun, and it buffs the crap out of it. It's insane, and it's just still it's probably pretty good, but I probably don't have a good build on it. It's insane what this build can do. It just makes your everything crazy good. Yeah, see, like I don't have a proper build on this, I'm pretty sure. I don't have any Forma on this. It's probably just the most run-of-the-mill build in the world, and it's making her do this, or she's making it do this. And it's insane, and it's a lot of fun in actual gameplay. And also just seeing all of the numbers pop up on your screen, it's a lot. You can also use this with melee weapons. This is a melee weapon friendly build. Personally, I enjoy like guns more. I just have a lot more fun with them. I think that melee is a little bit boring, but this is you are completely able to use this with melee weapons as well. This buffs melee weapons pretty crazy. Takes a second to get going, but once it does, I don't think I have a updated build on this, so it's not the greatest in the world. But, yeah, so if you look in the top, in the top right where my buffs are, that thing that says 736%, that is how much damage, like, that is how much my damage is getting buffed from this. It is insane. That is almost triple the amount of, or no, that's like sextuple the amount of damage, probably more. This build's crazy. And then on top of that, shooting gallery also gives me a huge buff, and on top of that, metronome also gives me a huge buff. And so all of my abilities are buffing the crap out of everything. And then on top of that, if you ever get in a sticky situation, or you just need to pass off the aggro for whatever reason, you have her second ability. It's right there. It shuts off the enemy's AI. It is probably her worst ability, but it literally is the best crowd control in the game, most likely. They just follow that thing and try to attack it. It's crazy. And all of this coming together just makes for an absolutely insane build. And pair that with like an Incarnon weapon, and then if you want to get crazy, you can put on Nautilus with Cordon, like that, and you can go crazy with it. Just charge the Incarnon. Let's just group up the ads. Yep. It's a blender. It's just a blender. They just kind of go into the blender, and then you just slice everything up. So let's go try this out in a mission, shall we? Alright, we are in Steel Path Mott, and we're just gonna do this. So you go invisible. You don't have any energy at the start unless you have like preparation or something on, which is fine, because the ability lasts long enough that you're most likely going to get more energy in time. Yep, they just kind of get sucked up. There we go. There's some energy. Oh, it didn't proc arcane energize. There we go. Then you just pop your abilities. The only problem I've had with this build that I don't like is the fact that you kind of have to stay in one area because of the this little thing. It's you're kind of forced to stay here because this is where the buffs are and stuff. So that's the only problem I have with it. But as you can see, we're invisible, so the enemies can't fight back. They're also getting CC'd because I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, the fourth ability also CCs the targets, which I might not be remembering correctly. And it's pretty insane. I don't know what's happening with the enemies. I've never used this with Cordon yet, so this is my first time. But they just can't do anything. It's definitely still a little bit more boring than like your average Warframe build, but it's definitely better than the normal Octavia builds out there. But like, look at this. Look at this. This isn't even fair. I just put on like a normal I mean, normal Incarnon weapons are pretty crazy, but this is insane. This is cheating. I'm buffing my weapons beyond where they're supposed to be buffed. The also metronome, it doesn't just buff your weapons, it gives them more multi-shot. So it's increasing your damage by an astronomical amount instead of just raw damage. And it is insane. Just all of this to put together is a lot of fun. I'll wait until Acolyte appears and show you how fast they die. Alrighty, we got our first Acolyte. That's fast. A lot faster than normal. But we're gonna make sure we're invisible really quick. And then we're gonna rebuff. And then they just kind of die. They just go away. They no longer exist. Is she still alive? There we go. Okay. Yeah, that was about, I think I counted 5 shots. 6 shots counting the very last one, but they were basically dead. They just kind of go away. It's pretty crazy. If you want this this build to be like a little bit more I guess you kind of have to have shooting gallery on it. I don't know. I'd like to see what other people like make with the idea of getting rid of the ability that makes Octavia boring. I feel like giving her something to like shield gate and make it so it's kind of harder to play her instead of just being invisible all the time would be fun. If you're a Warframe player and, well, you're watching this video, so you probably are, but if you have the ability to do stuff like this, just mess around with her. It's a lot of fun. She's one of the most like unique Warframes in the game, and the idea of getting rid of like her most important part of her kit is just a really cool idea that I like, and it also just like works incredibly well, surprisingly enough. So mess around with her. Just like add, I don't know, condemn onto her first ability instead. See where that takes you. You could also add, wow, I can't jump. You could also add, let's see, roar maybe. Oh wait, no, you can't. You can't add roar. Null star. I wonder what that would do. Null star. It's ridiculous amounts of fire procs. Thermal sunder may be crazy. That's a big maybe though. I don't know if her abilities buff the damage, so I'm not sure. But if it does, that would be actually insane. Mess around with it, man. She's incredibly awesome. I love this character, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Try it out for yourself. It's not that expensive, I don't think, and it is a lot of fun. It makes Octavia an actually enjoyable character to play, and hopefully I can do this more. Bye!